Face mic should be muted. Now face mic is muted. Hello? Wait, no it's not. What is this mic? Webcam, never. Yeti. Okay. So now it's...
Okay, cool.
Hey guys, what's up? Is it picking up the right mic?
Webcam mic? This should not be the webcam mic. This should be the Yeti mic.
This is Yeti. Okay guys, now you should be able to hear me. Cool. Got my good mic going, and we're going to be setting Ike. And alright, we're got the chat rolling. It's hard doing all this junk every single time. Okay, so Ike is looking younger than ever. He's got this future there that seems to be abusable. We put the computer on attack, and then he's nuclear all day. Nice back here. So what kind of back here is? Cool. So, we can set up an arena. If you want to set up an arena, just let me know when it's ready. I can go ahead and jump in and I just need you to do this exactly on this fight. I should be using quick draw a lot more. But hey, I think you can cover the entirety of all tech get up options. As soon as you see a glitch, you just release it. Hey, what's up? I might need to tone down part of this. Okay, desktop audio looking good. Gravity! Cool anti-air.
Alright, I left the pass there in the general chat.
Yeah. If you'll set up an arena, I'll join you, and I'm gonna do this without you. You still get punished on hit if you do that.
I am echoing. Okay. Yeti Mike's over here. Two Yeti Mics are going. Why would that ever happen? Leave that alone. Okay. Now only one mic is going. Let me know if that fixes it. Can't hear you on disc, but the echo is gone. Okay. Go ahead and set up an arena, and I'll join and play my Ike. You left the ID. Okay, here I go. Hey, what's up? Dow's and JLQR. Let me go here. ID, enter ID. 0321M. Most people don't put a thing where you can enter a password in without showing it on stream. Most games don't do that. Something to consider.
Step into the ring.
Something to consider if you're making a game in the future. There are private things people do not want to broadcast. So we went over some MK Leo playstyle yesterday on stream, and now we are going over. I'm just gonna apply what I learned and try to just spam it. That was a total accident that I held it that long. I don't know why counters have that curse. It's so funny.
No sympathy from me.
So there are a lot of different ways to attack an opponent. You as a player need to have a whole bunch of options in mind and know what your character can do. You also need to know what your opponent's character can do and what they like to do. And then there's the task of fitting all those possibilities together, like which options are good right now, which options are bad, which options should I do, what are they punishing me for? Yeah, we've been doing research on the new Ultimate Shields. We do a little bit every day, actually. So it looks like your Lucina only knows like a handful of approaches. The Dancing Blade, the Short Hop Neutral Layer, and maybe the Short Hop Fair. It looks like you haven't done a lot of labbing with ground moves and you're not very comfortable with them. I held it longer because the first time you challenged it early, so that time I just decided to challenge it, or just call the bluff. Nice. Yesterday we did a stream and we looked at the character's fastest options out of shield. Back to neutral layers. That's supposed to be an F tilt. Oops. No! Jump!
You'll never defeat me.
It also looks like with you, Lucina, you're not going for any combos and any follow-ups, so you're working really hard to get individual hits.
You said down moves? What do you mean, AEG?
Oh, you weren't comfortable with ground moves, so a lot of your things were either Dancing Blade on the ground or all aerials. So like, Cena has a ton of moves. Each of them have different utility. Jab, forward tilt, down tilt, up tilt, and you don't know what you want to do with those different ones. And then, if you don't know that, you don't know where to fit them in. Like, what attacks do you think you can take on shield and respond with a drop shield down tilt? Like, you gotta know those kinds of things. So like, I'll forward air your shield, and then you see if you can drop shield down tilt.
Nope, that's not.
It's so hard to test because the shields are so weak in this game. But essentially, there's a lot of different moves you need to know how to use. There's some basic combos like fair into fair. I think that's a thing with Lucina. And then instead of looking for individual hits, you look for situations, right? Like I need the opponent to be in a certain situation instead of like I just need to respond to everything they do. And once you start doing that, your game opens up. Because right now, you know, I can just jumpy around, and because you're not looking for anything specific that I'm doing, you're not going to counter this very well. And you don't notice like the different subtle differences I'm doing between fade forward and fade in place. So then... So close. Almost faded. Oh, why? Why would you do that? Jump neutral air. Neutral B.
Forward dash attack, please. Nice air dodge. I don't know how to...
Ike doesn't have a lot of air control, so when he double jumps in the air, he's pretty committed. I think rising neutral air like that isn't safe, even though you can fade it. Like, it's better to do falling fairs and have them land, I think, or fade away. Like, fade away from the front part of the jump, neutral air. Like that. Those are so F-tilts. It's an F-tilt. I was about to say, this move never kills. It kills.
F-tilt, please.
Don't attack an invincible player, by the way. You need to not attack. So you did a lot of work there dash dancing and you only got a grab and no follow-up. So that's not really worth it. Alright. That dash dance could have turned into like a falling fair mix-up. You should have countered right there. Because that's just a silly thing to do in neutral. Oh, Jap's suck in this game. And it looks like you don't know where I'm gonna go if you actually get your hits. So like you'll hit me and then it'll look like for a moment you don't know if I'm gonna be on the left side of you or the right side. So one thing AG asked me before earlier today was like, what do we do about Ike? And at this level of play, it's really not about Ike at all. We need to get you a lot more tools and we need to get you comfortable doing a lot more things. So have you run through the movement training before with Lucina? Or have you seen us run through the movement training drill? I'm gonna be should I be Lucina? Yeah.
Choose your fighter.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna do I want to be Lucina too. I be this weird color. And we're gonna run through some basic things. So this is yesterday on stream, or maybe 2 streams ago, I showed how I take a labbed concept and then work it into my game. So I did Kirby, and I labbed a few kill setups, and then I put the computer on attack, and I worked it out. Then I looked at percentages, and I adjusted things, and I kept it up. And that's a good way to get new techniques into your game. But for you right now, we're gonna work on a lot of basics. We might have done this before, but your forward air is a really good move. You need to be able to use it instantly, like this, like rising. You need to be able to use it jump, and at the top, you need to be able to use it falling, right? All those are different moves in your head. They all have different pros and cons, right? Like, let's see. So yeah, like, I know you can't really, like, unless you should probably get your mic on if you can, but we're going to consider the different pros and cons of just this forward air, right? Like, you should know that it combos into forward air, and that's about it, but you can follow that up with even more pressure by staying close. So whenever I go for a forward air, I'm looking at your position, and if I think I can hit it, I will fade a little bit forward right at the end. If I don't, we're going to fade backwards. So a lot of the situations with Ike, like I made myself wide open with really goofy attacks, like up being over the stage like that. And there's a lot of things you can react to, but you can only react well if you've already worked out like a good thing to do in response. So we're gonna try to hit each other with forward airs, and whoever takes the first stock, then we're gonna switch attacks. So like just use forward airs.
Yeah, there we go. There's some neutral air.
Looks like the forward air doesn't have much of a hitbox directly on top. Nice. There we go.
That's not right.
So in this exercise, since you know I'm gonna only use forward air, you're moving differently than you did when you fought my Ike. Now you're like putting yourself in better positions, and you're closer. You're a lot closer. Yeah, that was so close. You almost hit me. See, right there I was just using forward airs to keep you out of the space. And did you know that you can duck forward, rising forward airs, right? So if I see you on the ground, I'm running straight at you and ducking. That's probably going to beat your rising forward air. And that allows me to get in close. And then that means you're going to want a forward air and falling. And then by then, I'll do something like parry, right? There we go. So you'll also notice, even though we've stalled the move incredibly, it's hard to kill with just forward air. You're gonna need something else, right? But this is the way you figure out what you'll need. Cool. Okay, so that's forward air. Let's add neutral air. Okay. So we're only gonna use neutral air for the next stock, and we'll do the same game. Kill yourself? I'll kill you. Okay. Now we'll only use neutral air. It's an angled attack, so it's very different from forward air, right? You can get in the defense. Like, crouching's not going to work well for me this time, so I'm going to try other moves like this. And neutral air combos when you do a landing neutral air. So it's a lot, you can see it's a lot harder to set up that landing neutral air, right? So you're going to have to figure out, like, well, how do I play in a way to make that a little easier for myself? That was nice spacing. by you. So yeah, you angled it on top of my neutral air, which is really good. So if I reverse mine, I'll be able to anti-air you a little better. These are the things I'm thinking, right? If I'm going to approach you, I'm going to approach backwards. Or forwards if I'm going to scoop you up. Scoop up like this. Backwards if you're jumping in the air. And then go forwards if you're on the ground. There we go. And that catches you trying to leap over me. So like you should be thinking things yourself and just keep track of your thoughts. If you talk out loud, you know, it'll be on the stream and you can review your notes later. But in general, this is, you always want to practice in a way that gets you thinking, oh no! So you also see how hard the game is if you only use aerials. That's another thing you should know. It's hard to hit people. They can just see you jumping and move out of the way, right? And that's something you should keep in mind, just in general. You turn backwards because you're jumping. Try to anti-air with this. There we go. And... ooh, nice. So yeah, you can pinpoint. So in the last minute, we'll try just we'll try forward air and neutral air. So you got both your attacks now, forward air and neutral air. So this, you got to remember the situations that were good for forward air and which ones were good for neutral air. Should have neutral air right there. Nice full jump. I'm trying to turn on A. There we go. Turn around A cancel, which is so sharp. So now I'm going to keep you back like I used to before. Read your rhythm, did the anti-air neutral air, did it again, and I'm going to keep you back. I saw you jump, I do the anti-air forward air.
4, 3, 2, 1,
cool. So like I was just keeping in mind the things that I was just saying out loud, right? Like, oh, if he jumps too high, I'll reverse neutral air. I use my fares landing, or to scoop them out of the air if they jump first. I use my fares fading. I use my neutral airs straight up and down. All these little tips are, you can think of them as separate moves, right? Even though we're just using 2 attacks, all these different things have a separate function and a separate use. And the your ability to adapt and your ability to be creative and your ability to play well depends on you having as many of those tips as possible. When you make the tips yourself, it's so much better than if I just tell you what's up. That's why I'm going to try to tell you as little as possible. So now we're going to add jabs. All 3 attacks, right? But jabs, neutral airs, and fares, right? So this is going to try to help you realize how important ground is. See what I mean? Like, I know exactly when to put the ground attacks in because I was taking notes on you all the previous 2, 3 matches. I'm like, I know your jumping habits, and I know that if I see you jump, I'm going to react, and I'm just going to get right in there and use the little speed I got, right? Oops, not that. So I have all these notes in my head. You don't have to worry about creating notes. Just when they come to you, it's the best time to write them down. Or writing them down is the easiest way to remember. So now when I see you short hopping, I'm just going to double jump over. I tried the perfect pivot. Nice. But that was a down air, so only half nice. So you tried to jump into another jump. That gave me just enough time to flip you out of the air. If you just jumped and jabbed, or did the aerial into the ground jab, that would have been just fine. Oops. So you're jumping. I can see you jumping a lot. and like, there we go. Oh wow. There we go. You dead. So I see you jumping a lot, and it's fine to move around and kind of get your rhythm going. But a lot of times I saw you before, you have to jump with purpose. And the more times I'm just doing my strategies of run forward, use neutral aim to lift him off the ground, do a falling fair, then retreat. If I see him jump, all I'm doing are the strategies. I'm not making any of these setups up. I'm just doing them over and over and over. Neutral air, anti-air, neutral air, anti-air. No, walk backwards. You're gonna jump. I'm gonna neutral jab. Yep. Ooh, didn't expect that. Ooh, I should have neutral. Ooh. Caught me by surprise. So I need to stop responding to when you respond. I'll do my own rhythm. That was my mistake right there. I kept jumping after I saw you jump. I got my own plans. I got my own strategies. Almost dead. Watch out! This is great stuff. I would love to get help on the yeah, no problem. I think
I won.
unless you want like okay, so AG the last jump in the room, Haven the hero. Jump in the room, you'll be next. Or maybe I'll host if AG has to leave, but next match AG I'm gonna switch to Ike. You stay Lucina. And I'm going to use all my moves, but you can only use those 3 moves. And we'll see how big of a difference it makes, both limiting the things you think about and limiting your game plan to moves that you've taken notes on, the moves that you have a strategy for. Oh, cool. Yeah. Anytime. We do these streams like 5 days a week, maybe even 6. We really cater to whatever your schedule is. So, join the Discord if you haven't already. Just let us know what your schedule is, and we play Smash every day, so it's not a matter of can we stream. We'll stream anytime anybody needs it, as long as it's within our Smash Brothers playtime. So yeah, if you need to find the Discord, it's on our website, OneSmash.net, and you just click on the About tab at the top. Really easy to find. Oh, my audio cuts in and out?
I can fix that. Let me just do this.
Three, two, one, go!
Hello? Okay, so maybe this mic will be a little better. So I'm going to do normal Ike stuff, and all you can use are neutral air, forward air, and jab on the ground. That's all you can use. So you need to figure out, like, you're not going to know everything because before we practice with Lucina, but you're going to need to be able to actively go, oh, it was good on Lucina, bad on Ike, better on Ike, bad on Lucina, like all these different things. Those are your thoughts. Just, oh, cool. ONG on the Discord. Cool. Alright, ready to go? Cool. You are just using 3 attacks. Well, I get to do whatever I want. Ooh, nice. Woo! I faded away just enough and you faded away just enough. That was pretty good. Interesting. Nice jump. Can't grab, I'm not afraid. That's fine. Nice spacing though. Ooh, you got me before my slow move came out. Yep, that's Ike. Nice choice of moves. Neutral air is probably the one with the most horizontal knockback right there. So I saw you dash dancing, waiting for me. You had me in the corner, so I just realized, well, if you're going to be waiting for me, I'm going to go aggressive and get out of the corner. Nice. Woo! Nice. Spacing much better there. Watch out. Watch out when you're recovering. You need to really always think that your opponent's going to try to hit you. Never
just go straight at them without like superior range or whatever. Superior priority. Nice. Ooh, anti-air forward air, nice. No! I should have neutral aired that back air on accident. Neutral air starts off top. Oh, you're gonna type? Type? Okay. Yeah, we'll just taunt if you need typing or time or whatever. Okay, maybe AG disappeared. Maybe this is... Okay, you're back. Some options to avoid that bit of invulnerability. Are you typing or are you... We have 3 minutes left in this match. What are some options to avoid that bit of invulnerability? Yeah. At what point was there invulnerability? Which attack? You mean, oh, like when I get down from the, when I get killed and I come back and I'm invincible? Yeah, okay, yeah. There's some basic strats you can do, like just starting in the middle of the stage and right when they come down, you pick left, right randomly, and they'll have to react to you and kind of waste energy following you. It's not easy because they're invincible, but you're mostly playing normal. All you do is don't throw out the attacks, basically. Yeah, and you can practice that specifically later. It'll come more naturally when you get a lot more crispy movement. If they're having a hard time hitting you when you're vulnerable in normal gameplay, they're gonna have a hard time hitting you when they're invincible. It's the same deal. Have more range. Oh, you weren't afraid. No, you weren't afraid. I don't know what Leo did to aggress, but I feel like Samsora's Peach was always trying to close in the gap, so he didn't need to aggress that much. He faded away or did neutral a lot. No, my A cancel. He almost killed himself.
Basically Samsora could control space. So you have to do whatever he wanted.
Cool, those are great matches. I think working your moves in, picking a character and working up your moves one at a time, that's important for you right now. You can do that against computers. You don't need live opponents. You can, I set it on computer on level 3 or 7, depending on what I want to do. Hey Matt, go ahead and jump in. I think, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, Matt, if you're listening. And he's in the spectator bench, so I'm assuming he's not. We'll give him a few seconds, but yeah.
Choose your fighter.
Me, sword fighter.
Me, sword fighter.
Oh no 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 no!
I guess I'm push to talk. Okay. Wait,
You guys
are
gonna-
play?
Are you guys gonna play? Because I was gonna jump in. Yeah, we'll just do this real quick. And take notes on your. If you use the dojo notes, it's a perfect place because anytime then I can search for them, I can review them, I can add to them. It's just a good way to do it. Check this out.
Wee. You can't stop me. Wee. Ouch.
Spin that paintbrush, boy. Projectile. Spin that projectile, boy. No, my tricks. Oh, that went far. You must have done the Smash version. Big ol' axe. I tried to run. No, I misangled that. I bounced off the ground. I don't think that thing has any kill power.
I vanquish the darkness.
Boom, 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 boom. Do. And then I'll check out my food.
3, 2, 1, go!
Yo, it's an F tilt. Why are they always smashes? I didn't know that didn't kill.
Wow, 207 entrants for Shockwave.
That's crazy. That is. Don't want to be there right now. They need, I think they need a better way to stream tournaments. How about a TV monitor arrangement where they're like in a cluster, and you can have one webcam basically watch 3 matches and just have sometimes some general commentary. Oh, Marty's about to jump in. Cool.
Did you see any of Zero's live stream of the tournament?
I saw a little bit of it.
That's kind of how it was.
I always thought, oh, Mewtwo, are you serious?
Oh, that's my max charge character.
Oh yeah, the card is a little too crazy for you. It's a
Yeah.
little too crazy for everybody, for all our sakes.
Zara's isn't even that strong either.
Oh, it's big.
But you might say, oh, what?
This guy's highly mobile. This is one of the most mobile projectiles in the game, apparently.
Oh gosh, you know what that was. You know what that was. Or have a good dash attack, I remember. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's pretty chunky.
No. Four tilt.
What the? Is drop shield tilting me? Can't do
Yeah.
that.
Only when they jump. No! My crazy collider.
No, I keep on trying to jump off the snapbacks.
Yeah, they just don't work.
This jerk.
Yeah, I was like, the attack came out. Wow.
Oh my god. Is that a sword? You don't even know which fighter you are.
Yeah, sword fighter. It's got a lot of projectiles.
Can't even get my max shot. Bad. Moves are stupid.
So my star has no hit stun if you're in my face. Absolutely none. If you just charge me, I can't do any of this projectile jump.
Oh my gosh. Can I charge from you two? It's my max ball setup guy.
Yeah, you have to grab and throw them and then charge. Grab, throw, charge. That's it. It gives you like the most time no matter what charge character you are. Just toss them and don't pursue. After this, I'll check my food and you Madden, Hori can play. It's crazy when people have different names on the Discord than on YouTube and on this. I'm like, I can't memorize 3 times the names. It's cool that Matt's still working on this assignment.
That one called?
The most beautiful neutral layer in the game, me, sword fighter. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. It sends you sideways. I see a whip move and I know to use them. You need to make a sword fighter that charges like the sword up, kind of like Shulk where he goes Minato arts, but like puts energy into the sword or something. No, dash up smash. I guess it's strongest at the base, right when it shoots out. Okay, I'm gonna check my food. I'm gonna jump out of the arena. Keep the stream going for a few more whatever is If Hori wants to jump back in, if AG wants to jump back in, go ahead. And that was some instructive, constructive. Any more vocab words? Cool.
Ready? Three, two, one, go!
Oh, wow.
Be gone!
Hey, what's up, stream? Probably picking me up on the mic now. Let's see what happens. There. Close. Now it's probably gonna pick up Marcus. Yeah. So whenever you're working up any new character, you can get a lot accomplished by focusing on just a few moves, 3 moves. So even if you're not like the Mewtwo main or a Simon main, or you're working them up, like you should have a few moves that you actually have, you know, tested to realize that they have ins and outs, pros and cons. Because I think a lot of people don't realize this game's super complex. A single move can be used like 100 ways. So unless you've done some focused practice to get those notes or those ideas in your head, you're not going to have them when you're stressed out and battling. So the idea is, hey, do a little bit of work ahead of time, and as soon as you have like a decent set of moves, it doesn't have to be like all 30, just 3 is fine, you can do well. Because video games are all about, these are strategy games, so these games are all about interesting choices. And with fighting games in particular, if you think your attacks can only be used one way, then you're going to limit yourself and your opponent's probably going to dance around your choice. But if you know that your attacks have like 10 uses each, maybe even 3 uses each, 3 to 10, then you've got all these choices you can make. Is this one better than that one? Is this one going to counter that one? Is that person going to realize this is this? And that's super important. There's a distinct feeling that you have when Simon's powerful, jeez. When you're playing a game versus trying to play a game. And when you're actually playing the game because you know the rules and you know what you can do, it's actually fun. When you're trying to play the game, it's actually frustrating. And I think that's just universal with like all games for the most part. You're supposed to know the rules of the game, and that also involves knowing what your options are. It's not just the rules on the page, but the rules and how it plays. I'll be back. I'm back temporarily. What's up, stream? Hey guys, what drills would you guys recommend for learning Peach? Yeah, I think Dow's also wanted to play Peach. No, Haven Hero wants to play Peach. So, if you're still with us, Joey, let me just switch views real quick and show you what you can do as a Peach player. Webcam focus. Smash website. Where's my website? On my website. second. Okay. Let me just transition real quick. So here's our Smash Tech website. You can just go to advanced search and type in keywords Peach, right? And it'll give you all the Peach stuff you could ever want. This is cool because you can go to the category and be like tips. And tips are usually things that are optimizations, right? So if you're looking for something small that you can practice with Peach, you need to learn all these optimizations. Let's see. Here's an example of a normal Peach bomber compared to an ink boosted bomber. Peach can travel across the entire stage. If you fight a lot of Inklings, then maybe this extended Peach bomber can help you, right? Because if you slide in the ink, this is just like in Melee when you slide on a slick surface. Very cool. Probably situation. So you look at this. Peach matchup facts. Down tilt, down air, nair, bear are common combo starters. This is for other people. Okay. Multi-hits. You got your weight value for Peach. Okay. Made a quick easy breakdown video trying to get into Peach. So this person made a video if you want to learn what that person thinks it's for players trying to learn Peach. And then there's Peach 101. This is why I use tap jump. And those are all the tips, but you can also look for anything like combos, right? You search, you get your text spread. Right now we've got this many combos, a bunch that start at 0, which you can see here on the left. One combo that starts at this damage. I'll be right back. Just try not to burn my apartment down. Yeah, so you see different damages at different combos. The higher the dot up is, the more damage it does. And these are when they start. So this one starts at a little bit over 40, and so on and so forth. You can practice these combos. These are individual things you can do. You can practice your movement drill, which we went over in movement drill the other day. And if you like, oh, you went over the movement drill, well, where is it? Rainbow locks, you can practice these. You can go to Smash Tech. Type in drill, and I said I shared my universal movement drill on yesterday's stream. This is a good warm-up exercise for the essential first step when picking up new characters. You can click on source and it'll take you to the tweet and it'll take you to the video. Lots of stuff you can do to practice. So at this point in the game, I don't think we're like super good, so we don't have to worry about like character specific stuff unless you're like Ice Climbers or something. But there's a lot of easy things you can do using OneSmash.net. And I think I'm going to close the stream down, guys. So give me a second. Give me a second, and we will transition. But if you have any questions, we do this just about every day, so there's no problem if you want to catch us next time. I'm Richard Terrell, I go by Kirby Kid, and you've been watching Dojo Live. This is a live daily stream in which we keep things open to the public, so you can ask questions, request help on a specific matchup, lab things together, and otherwise just do what we do here at OneSmash, but in a live fashion. So until tomorrow at about the same time, peace, guys.